Feed 'em session.
Yes, it's your boy Still Shadey, and you're locked into Feed 'em session. Still!
Right by now, I'm going to bring in Claire B. Donzette to usher us into our top pick for the day. So yes, Claire B. Donzette, just share a bit of your thoughts behind the topic and lead us in the right place, isn't it? Because it's a broad one still. It's a broad one. Go ahead.
Well, the topic I would like us to talk about is Christian and social media. What are the limits in exposing ourselves out there?
Okay.
Exposing our lives, everything that we do, everything that is happening with our lives, anything positive or bad.
Okay, I think it's a pretty interesting one, and that's why I'm not going to kick it off. How you doing, Renz? You
alright? What is the limit of us as Christians posting?
Exposing our lives, everything, every details of our lives.
Exposing's a mad term, you know. Exposing. Because it just sounds like it has like a negative connotation.
Yeah, I think
to it.
give a bit of, because obviously you're leading this one. Yeah, we
I
need
say
to know
whether is positive or negative.
Okay.
So like sharing your life story.
Everything.
Is there a limit, or is saying what
is there a limit?
Is there a limit? Okay, I think that's kind of like easier to answer. Renz, kick it off for us.
Is there a limit? I think it's subjective, it's individual. So what might be a limit to me might not be a limit to you. As a Christian, obviously, I think you've got to live to a certain standard. So obviously, that's got to be generally the same. That's one thing that isn't subjective. We all know we're supposed to be living by a certain standard. The Bible says that clearly. However, what you then decide to do otherwise, which is outside of the standard, which is cool, it's doable, but it's not sin or anything, it's up to you, boy. That's up to you. Honestly, that's up to you. Because at the end of the day, Trace or Feeder might go out in his pants or whatever and might think that's cool. I won't, personally, that's not me. But if he feels cool in that situation, as long as it's not sin, as long as it's not a problem, where I can be like, bro, like Bible saying 1, 2, 3, and you're doing 99, 100, and 102. So for me, I think as long as it's not contrary to what the word is saying, then whatever you do is subjective. I think personally, I don't think there's anything more to it really.
Subjective.
We saying.
Yeah, I agree with a lot of the points you've raised. I think it's about like maturity as well, innit? And a bit of like wisdom, innit? How like your level of maturity and wisdom, because obviously there's certain things that I personally wouldn't like show, but at the same time, like we're saying, if there's a standard clearly that is in the scriptures to do with like how you present yourself as a Christian and you're going against that. For example, I think the ladies always get this with like, you know, how you're dressing and stuff like that. For example, let's say you're exposing, let's use that word, exposing your fleshly parts like on the socials or just like on a day-to-day basis.
Things.
Yeah. So obviously,
the blessings God gave you.
So that, obviously if that's the case, then obviously there's like there's clear scripture to guide us in that space, innit? But if that's not the case, then again, like just like what you said, who can really judge sort of thing, innit? It's very much open in that space. Yeah, man, what are you saying, Shade?
Yeah, I think it's all based on the intention, innit? Like, as long as what's the reasoning behind why they want to even share on social media in the first place? Because then if we're agreeing, because I agree, like, yeah, if they wanna be putting out something without wisdom, and then that's easy to address. But then I feel like there's a whole world that, you know, people are putting it out and they feel, especially in this age we're in generation now, we're in a space where we want to share our lives publicly, like more than ever before. So I feel there's this natural, or should I say subconscious aspect of the mentality where something happens and you just want to share it. And it's mad because there's a mixture of why we want to do that. Some of it is just, like, it's a part of the system now where it's like, okay, this could help someone, this could bless someone, this could, you know, but then a part of it is also, we can't be private anymore, and we actually just want to like expose
Sure.
that aspect of ourselves. But yeah, as long I'm just it goes down to the intention. Like, what are they really doing it for? And I hope if they're doing it for a way to motivate or bless or like inspire someone, then I feel like everything's off cards. Because what's private? Like, we all are human beings. Things are happening now to individuals that we don't share. So I feel like if they're honestly doing it to share it with someone that could benefit, no matter how wild or personal it may be, you know, what is done in the dark must be brought to the light. So I guess if that's
I agree with you, to be honest. Like, if it's something that is really positive and that will impact people that will see it, yes, that's a really good thing. This is what we should do anyway as Christian. But when it's about, let's say it's about now it's pride. There's a limit as a Christian about when you talk about pride, sharing just for your pride.
Oh.
You see?
Oh, like for your own self-esteem?
Yes.
Okay.
You know, there's this.
Well, we should never share it.
I mean, they're sharing for pride, you know, for us to be seen as, I mean, to have an image on social, in the head of people, you know, or, you know, also there's a scripture in the Bible that say, I don't know if, just let me know if for you is relevant, Proverbs 2 verse 11 that says, discretion will guard you.
Okay.
There's why the Bible is telling us this. You know, there's something in not saying things saying too much or showing too much. You know, God knows. I mean, the word is there in the Bible. God knows why He say that to us. Discretion will guard you. And also, from my experience, you know, even my own my mother. Oh, that's a good one as well.
It's the same one. It's just
discretion will preserve you. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's a wisdom thing. Like,
Yeah.
kind of like there's some things that we got to be mindful of sharing naturally. But then that's different to the pride aspect if people are just sharing.
Yeah, I mean, there's two different things, yeah. But from experience, like, you know, when I was younger, I was just putting everything out there. And my mom was getting mad at me. Like, yeah, why you putting everything out there? When you want people to see your life like that, you know that you need to be discreet. And I wasn't understanding why my mom was so upset with me. You know, you need to be discreet. You know, there's some people that are attacking you just because of what you're posting on social media. You know, you can't just show anything just like that because you want to be seen. You know. So there's a limit to what you should post on social media.
What's the wildest thing you've seen on what someone share? That's kind of
oh my God! I mean, there's
that you can say on radio because, like,
for example, like when people like having marital problems and they're currently going
put it on social
and
media.
then they're putting that on social media
actively or the result, like
like they're currently having it, like they're having the issue right now. My husband's.
There was actually something about that on Twitter recently. Still,
is it?
It wasn't a Christian influencer though.
Okay.
Yeah, if you're talking about currently,
what happened?
I mean.
They were arguing online, and then
I saw that.
Something about there was an unfaithful aspect of the relationship and it was a Caucasian couple. So obviously, when the male found out that the guy that the woman his girl was cheating on with him on was black, he made some certain comments while she was being recorded. But even that's already something where he didn't know she was filming. So, but the fact that we have that access to now put it on social media and it go wild, that was never the initial intent. That should have never been shared. But then you're saying there's sometimes when people are in a problem and they
put down social media. When there's something that you just take it to God.
But why do you think they do that?
Because for me, to be honest, it's like
that's not really a positive thing.
There's some people they really need help. I know when people really need help, but there's some people they just want attention. They want people to pity them and have it, say, oh, I'm really, the attention around them, like they exist.
Okay.
Okay. But there's something like that you can't put, as Christian, you can't put on social media. You just, you can speak to your friend, outside of social media for them to pray for you, and also just pray. You can pray as well. Take it to your Father in the secret place. Why people have to go on social media and say stuff that shouldn't be shared in the first place?
That's the thing, though, Claire. Nowadays, the lines are becoming blurred. What you think shouldn't be shared, people are like, I'm sharing that. That's normal.
Because there's actually a community now on social media.
But there's some people that you don't even know the people that are out there some of the time, and you're just sharing your life like that.
But most of the time, that's the thing. When you're scrolling, you see people, things that you're like, bro, I don't even know this guy. Do you know what I mean? So, like you said, with the community aspect now,
I want to tap
you're
into
being
this,
connected to different people that are within the community who know this person, who are a mutual friend of that person. And like I said, because the lines are blurred now, boy, anything could be posted up. Literally anything could be posted up. So, at the end of the day, I think in today's day and age, because social media is basically like breathing, it's basically like walking. While you're walking, oh, I'm walking to the shop, snapping it. Oh, I'm getting my mum some milk. Because it's everyday life now. Yeah, I guess we're seeing the challenges and we're seeing sort of different things that we're facing, such as people posting up whatever else on social media that you think really and truly you shouldn't be. So at the end of the day, because it's a new challenge, it's a new sort of thing that we're battling, we're still trying to gauge what's right and what's not.
The fire.
There you go. We're still sort of trying to gauge it, and because some people are far left, far right, top corner, this corner, it's hard because we're all at different sides of the sort of picture, if you want to call it like that.
Let's address like the positives from that according to scripture, and also what the negatives are according to scripture. So that way there's kind of like some understanding what is the Christian perspective on this.
That's good.
Well, I agree that, I know that we should use social media like in a positive way, sharing the testimonies, to make sure that people are can see that God is real in everything, But there's another side that's not necessary to for it to be exposed. Also, even positive things like like let's say today you buy a house. And you just put it out there. Yeah, I got my new house on social media. You just put it like that because you want people to see you. Oh wow, you bought a house. Oh my god.
So you're going back to the intention part of it, like
because they can share that in two ways. They can do that in boasting in their own self, or they could be boasting in the Lord.
God,
you know, like this could be.
If there's a testimony around it. That's beautiful. Let's say you were homeless and everything, and you get to buy your house. This is big. But
there's a section of it.
There's some part. Most of the time we see people just because they want to be seen. If there is testimony behind it, even myself will be like, wow, it's beautiful. God is real. God is doing wonders.
I think. Just for following from Sis's point, I feel like the individual that's posting on social media, their reconciliation of every post they should be making should be questioning the intention, and maybe, Paul says be wary of stumbling blocks, like making actions that could be flawed to someone can take it in a negative way. So even when they're maybe doing that post and they're doing it to share their story or in testimony, being wary of, all right, what kind of implication is this going to have on whoever sees it? You know what I mean? Or maybe I am doing it because I need counsel and no one's around me, I need this community, but I'm going to share this information that hopefully some of the people that follow me on social media, they can gravitate towards it and help me on the situation. So they just need to be checking their route matters. That's my 2 pence anyway.
Cool, man. Renz, you want to add anything to that?
No, I don't really think there is anything else to add.
Cool, man. We can perhaps revisit this topic later on, just to give a further conclusion to anybody that tunes in later on.
Feed session.